Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Again to Elliott. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Let's go, baby.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On 2nd down, Blunt. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Let's go. Get team on it. They're going to need some therapy after this. Chance.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Let's go.
At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
36.
On 2nd down, Elliott only able to work it to the 20 after the nice broken tackle. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
51.
On 3rd down, Henderson. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action. Mariota. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Von Miller. Credit him with the sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Check right.
Mariota. That's caught. It's the rookie, Kelvin Harmon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Where are they, team?
54, right there.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's going to loft this one deep left side into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 3rd down, Blunt. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
We got to get the ball, D. Hey!
Now Smith. Throw left side complete. It's Harmon. And here a juke. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out.
Now! 40 yards. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Big edge, big edge, big edge.
Hey, exit.
Mike,
Yep.
Mike, 48. Here we go.
Deep river.
A shotgun snap for Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
It's just me.
To throw on second down, Henderson sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown.
Keep it rolling.
Jason Witten, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Go, 18, Gator.
I got it.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, echo.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
On first and 10, Smith completes it right side to Dodson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
and a carbon copy there, at least as far as the results are concerned, as he'll be dropped behind the line yet again.
Go.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Hey.
Watch the curl.
5.
From the 50, it's Smith. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
And it's third down.
Here we go. Set. 61. Check right 50. Switch up.
From the gun, Henderson. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. Fourth down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Von Miller getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
Yeah, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
To try again after the sack. Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harmon. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice kick, boy.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Over the middle, complete. That's Sims. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Mike 48, Mike 48.
Hey, wahoo! Go!
48's the Mike. Check, 48.
Protein spill.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Get it.
Smith on first down. He gets it to Sims, complete. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Von Miller able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Now Smith. And the pressure gets to him again. Malik Collins. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now first and 10 at their own 22.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey, let's get some credit.
Now it's Smith. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Alert three.
Hey, zoom. Now.
From the gun, here's Smith. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
48 for Mike. Big stop, G. Big stop.
Hey, seam 6. Hey, Leo. Switch. Ready.
Throwing again is Smith. Jordan Reed has it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big gain of 28 as the drive in position. It just seems to continue.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Kelvin Harmon, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
I got you, son. 48 for Mike.
Now.
Mike, 48.
Yo.
Smith now to throw again. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Hey, look, 48. Hey, we gonna make the...
Yep.
Let's go. Watch twist.
3rd and long. It's Smith. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The drive starts with a handoff to Blount. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, here's Blount. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Check the
we go on 2nd and 12. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Check. 3 down. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Operating from the gun, Henderson. And that is incomplete. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
And it's taken in at the 9. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
H3, 218, chopper.
48 for Mike. Double dog. That's the way. Mike, 48.
Go.
Check.
Hey.
Check, 48 to Mike.
Get it.
Throwing is Smith. Trying to lay one up deep. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
48 Mike.
I smell fear in that offense.
Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Go.
Hey, watch that. Smooth. 54. Right.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. 51 Mike, boy, 51.
On 1st down, Henderson. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down now, Blunt. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Back to throw. Henderson, and Blunt has it. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Carlos Hyde in the game, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Before the quarter breaks. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
57, Mike, 57.
From the gun, Henderson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Blow. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run again with Blunt. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
57's Mike. Mike 57. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Looking to throw. Henderson. He's going to let this go. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. Cooper was the intended target. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Mike 48.
After the interception, here's Smith. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. And he goes down, and it's in the end zone. Smith goes down in that end zone. That is a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
Mike 51.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
They'll begin here with Blunt. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go.
Awesome. Hey, check Mike 57.
Here's 2nd and 8. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he'll at the 28-yard line.
The completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Henderson flush to his right. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Let's go.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On 2nd down, Blunt. And he gets it down to the 32. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Whip. Watch the whip.
On 1st and 10, Henderson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. They're triggered.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Following the fumble recovery, Smith. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Go. 65.
Ready.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Henderson rolling to his right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. 3 down, 3 down.
Hey, Charlie.
48's the mic.
Go.
48's the mic. Tackle.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10, Smith again. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Malik Collins in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Smith now to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Harmon. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. One last throw here for Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Dallas, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.